he picked the wrong family, and not scared of a conflict, and we're not scared. We're not running. We're coming at him.
But it just tells the story of it's the evil and the ugliness of people's hearts these days is everywhere.
Hey guys, welcome to the think tank. It's me. So how are you guys doing? Hey, James and Dundee, you guys doing well? The weather treating you good? We got 27C right now, so it's in the comfort zone. It's that plus 30s that I have a hard time with. So I'm going to touch on Rex again today. Slowly but surely things are coming out. Not at a really fast pace right now, but I thought an update was in order. And then I'm also working on, how we did that video for the members live? I'm working on the same style of video for Taylor Business. So that should come out later today or tomorrow as well. You guys seem to enjoy that one, so I thought, maybe I'll see if I can do some of these other ones when I'm doing videos, do it that way. So let me know what you think when it's finished up. Oh, a hot one. Hot. Oh, guys. Yeah, that's melting kind of weather. You guys have air conditioning, I'm assuming, or lots of fans. I was out working in the yard, so this is me. Wow, 100 degrees. I can't even imagine, Dandy. Global warning. Global boiling my butt. My arse. So I don't have a whole lot set up, but enough for a good discussion and a little bit more information, which is always what a person likes. So let's see, I'll start where? I'll start here, I think. Do. I just love that intro. So, back to Rex Heuerman and DNA sought by prosecutors as the wife speaks out. So, I don't know if it's going to be in this one or if it might be another one. There is somebody helping. Oh, it is this one. Helping that family. They started up a GoFundMe for Asa. And what I find really amazing is it is the daughter of the Long Island Happy Face unaliver that set this up. One of the very few people that would be able to understand that position.
Gilgo Beach, Long Island. Police say they finished searching the home of the suspect in the Gilgo Beach, Long Island murder case. Investigators spent 12 days looking in and around Rex Heuerman's Massapequa Park home. They say they uncovered massive amounts of evidence after they found nearly 300 weapons in his basement. The Suffolk County DA said, quote, "We have obtained a massive amount of material, all of which has to be cataloged and analyzed." The DA did not confirm whether they found evidence that indicates any murders actually took place at the home, saying, quote, "The evidence does not point either way." Heuerman has been charged with 3 murders of 3.
I've been watching, I don't know which program it was. I try to watch as much as I can on this case. And they're saying that they thought maybe these attacked in their bedroom, in their marital bedroom. James. Yes, that too. Absolutely. The woman that was changed inside that shipping container. Whoa, scary. Thanks, friend. So Asa Ellerup told the New York Post she is filled with anxiety and her 2 children, we learned this the other day, cry themselves to sleep. So Melissa Moore, the daughter of the Happy Face, launched a GoFundMe to help Miss Ellerup start her new life as she compared their experiences, discovering that a close family member had led a double life as a Cheerio. Rex Heuerman, 59, was arrested July 13th, and we're still waiting to see if that number is going to go up as far as Maureen Brainard Barnes, as well as a few other ones, you know, that there's links to different areas, you know, remains in one spot and then another. And then, you know, you've got that one fellow that was dressed in drag, so they're saying, and he was making some pretty interesting searches at the time. I can't remember what the search was, but it had something fairly derogatory. I seen that. Thank you, James. Thank you. I just checked it out. Todd Kolop. The girl who was found in the shipping container. Whoa, hey? Like, what is it with these people? Just glad they're not crazy or anything. Yeah, I'm going to check it out. I'll see if I'll either add it to this one or the next one, because that's a story on its own, James, isn't it? Terrifying. Yeah, agreed. Absolutely agreed. So, yeah, I've been all up in her business lately. That's interesting, twisted and sick. Okay. No, finding the one I want. Where the hell? Okay. Boom. Boom. So again, this is talking about Keith Jesperson's daughter. Whoa. Oh no. So wouldn't that just be the most bizarre thing if she sides with him? It's been known to happen. Uh-oh. So I have read that, yes, they have been talking. I don't know how far it's going, but they have been talking. His lawyer is like, oh yeah, like everything's good. And the other side is like, well, yeah, they were together forever, so they have things to talk about. I don't know. So what do you guys think? Do you think it's oh, you guys, look what I did, of course. Jesus, Lord Murphy, guys. Let's just do that over.
That she felt. Pasadino, who is attorney for Rex Heuerman's wife, Asa Ellerup. Very good to have you here today, sir. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Martha.
You know, I thought it was interesting in that quick Q&A with Michael Brown. He was asked, does Heuerman's wife think he is innocent? Does she?
Well, that's honestly the only thing his wife knows about the charges is what's been relayed by the press. Like Mr. Brown just said, we're not going to try this case in the press. The only thing she's heard about this case is from the media. She has no independent knowledge. She has no recollection of what the date she was in the country when she went on vacation 10 to 12 years ago. So she has not formed any judgment on whether guilt or innocence of him at all.
But she has not.
So that would be pretty easy for her to find out. I mean, if the cops have it, it's got to be pretty easy. So her lawyer should be able to find it. This is, I don't know. I hope he hasn't manipulated her into thinking that he's innocent. Because in my personal opinion, I don't know how he possibly could be.
Not made any effort to speak with him.
Well, all the jail telephone calls are recorded, and any in-person visitation at this time, I don't trust being not recorded either. So we've advised her to.
So what, with a wife or a spouse, are they supposed to be private, or can they also be taped?
Limit her conversation on the telephone to anything but the facts of the case. And then we have not advised her to go in person yet. I don't trust the facilities not to record the conversations.
But is she expressing a desire to speak to her husband?
Listen, at this point in time, she's trying to gather her own strength, protect her children, and put her own life back in order. How the criminal case is going to play out, she's aware that it may take a year or 2 or 3 years before there's a final result of this, one way or another.
Well, you know, I guess what I'm getting at is, you know, when she had the realization that he was being arrested for these heinous crimes that have been plaguing the neighborhood where they live for over 10 years, is it your feeling that she felt, yes, this is probably...
I think you're right. Like, I think you might have just nailed it there, Perry. Good to see you, friend, by the way. Yeah, those internet searches alone would be grounds for divorce. Is she going to have access to all of that stuff? Like, is she going to actually be able to see in front of her very own eyes that this is more than likely him? You know, why is her DNA there? There's so much. There's so much. Now I'm going to worry about her.
What happened, or that she is vehement in this, there's no way my husband did this. They're divorcing. I mean, she's filed for divorce.
She needs to protect herself and her own assets at this point in time. Whether she believes he's innocent or guilty, I think that'll come along in time when the case plays itself out in the courtroom. Mm-hmm. Like any criminal case, whether it's your own family or a stranger, the media has the person convicted the minute they're arrested. All the evidence will play out in the courtroom. She has seen none of the evidence. She's heard none of the evidence other than is played out on the media. They've taken and destroyed her.
So I guess what? She's not going to pay attention to the media? Possibly. Thinking that all of it's going to be inaccurate. I mean, the manipulation that can happen is immense, as you guys know. And it's just, oh my word, don't fall for his crap. But, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. She just might. You know how that works?
Entire house. We don't know what they've taken out. She's still inventorying items. They took the mattresses, the couches, cut the bathtub open, her passports, all the children's cell phones, including hers, all electronics. So she is putting her life back together, showing strength for her children who rely upon her.
Of course. You know, I mean, this is, it's hard to imagine the position that she and her children are in.
Not to undermine any of the victims in this, because the victims of the homicides are obviously, we sympathize with their families, but her and her children are also victims in this because they're blindsided by this. They had nothing to do, or even alleged have anything to do with these alleged crimes. Their lives have been.
That guy, I mean, Rex just destroyed many people. Extended family of all these girls, their loved ones, their kids, their parents, aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, friends, all of those people. And now his own family. I don't even know how you would like dig yourself out of something like that. I mean, I would seriously be questioning my personal choices.
Been destroyed. They're never going to regain any life that they've had.
Yeah, you can say that again. Mr. Macedonio, thank you very much.
Yeah. Where did it go? Where did it go? There we go. So, yeah, I just think that's Grace. The happy face unaliver, Keith Jesperson. It's his daughter that has started up the GoFundMe, Melissa Moore of Oregon. I don't know why these are not closing. So the GoFundMe started on Saturday for Elsa Ellerup, 59, and by that point, $13,000 from 390 donations. I mean, that's got to help. Can you imagine? Like, they're going to probably need new furniture. They're going to need, oh my God. People may know me as the daughter of a Cheerio named the Happy-Faced Unaliver, captured in 1995. Moore wrote of Jesperson, who confessed to attacking 8 women. My mother and my family were and are victims. We did not know about this double life. Brutal. Ellerup, who lives with her special needs son, Christopher Sheridan, 33, and her daughter, Victoria Heuerman, 26, told the New York Post that their family was blindsided and devastated by the allegations. She has since filed for divorce. Oh, there he is himself, Mr. Happy Face. Help Asa Ellerup start a new life. Moore titled the fundraiser, "Today I have an opportunity to use my voice to help Asa, who isn't in a place to speak about the terror and horror she and her family are experiencing at the moment." Jesperson, who is serving 4 consecutive life sentences, became known as the Happy Face Killer for the anonymous confession letter signed with a smiley face that he sent to the press and police before he was caught. Yeah, I've seen her quite a bit. Ellerup's life was turned upside down after her husband's arrest. Investigators forced the family to leave their Massapequa Park home for 2 weeks as they searched for evidence. I heard that a few nights they even had to sleep in their vehicles. A couple people gave them a couch for a night or two, but nobody really took them in. So they tore apart every room and dug up the backyard, destroying furniture and keepsakes, Ellerup told the Post. Photos show boxes strewn everywhere, a bathtub with the side cut out, and a chunk of towel missing from the floor. Ellerup added that she had tried to explain the situation to her special needs son. He's so distraught and doesn't understand. And as a mother, I have no answers for him. I just think that's like so sad. Let's see what goes on here. Okay. Copy. I am going to drop it in with you guys. And I'm going to so that's GoFundMe if you guys want to share it out. That would be awesome. Okay, and I'm just going to add it to mine right now before I forget. Oh. No! Yeah. So I am going to put it right under I appreciate you. So it's very top, you guys. Okay, let me see how you spell that name again. L-L-E-R-U-P. Okay, so I've got that in there now, so it's done. So anyone who's watching, if you want to help that family, it's there. Will this close now? Hell no. So I think that's a great thing that she's done because they need help and she understands. She'll have the right facilities. Oh, yeah, damn yeah. Don't buy suitcases and eat all your crusts. Well, hello, Connor. Good to see you, friend. Welcome, welcome. It's yard work day, so I am trying to keep fairly organized, and I don't know if I'm doing it. That Taylor's your business. Oh my God. Like what? Oh, thanks, Dandy. Thank you very much, friend. I think I'll put it up, and that way if anybody watches this, they can pause it. And there's the GoFundMe. I'll leave it there for a couple of minutes. And again, it is in the description, but let's see what we can do both ways, right? So what we know about the Gilgo Beach victims. Rex Heuerman was accused of attacking 3 women and is the same guy that is prime suspect for the 4th, possibly more. They were all found in the same spot, wrapped in burlap. Look at that, eh? What a shite show. Looking for Shannon Gilbert, and they ended up with all of this. So we know that he was an architect. What the hell? Why did I What was it in here we needed? So Melissa Bartholomew, last seen July 12, 2009, found December 11th, 2010 on Ocean Parkway. She was from the Bronx and liked to advertise on sites like Adult Friend Finder. Last seen at her home, a basement apartment, on July 12, 2009. On the night she disappeared, Miss Bartholomew told a friend that she was going to see a man and would return. According to the police, her mother reported her missing on July 18th after not hearing from her. After Miss Bartholomew was reported missing, her younger sister, Amanda, began receiving calls, never lasting more than 3 minutes, from an unidentified male caller. The police said this caller would repeatedly taunt her, and in one of the calls confessed to Miss Bartholomew's unaliving. So this is from the Gilgo Beach dam. So she was found December 11th, 2010 on Ocean Parkway, close to Gilgo Beach. And she was the first of the 4 to be found. Amber Lynn Costello. We've talked about her a little bit. Last seen alive September 2nd, 2010. Date found December 13th, 2010. Location, again, Ocean Parkway. Amber Lynn Costello was 27 years old and lived in West Babylon, Long Island. When she went missing, she had been last seen on September 2nd, 2010. Miss Costello and her roommates, a woman and 2 men, were having addiction issues with H, according to Suffolk County Police. And to support their addiction, Miss Costello and her female roommate worked to make some money advertising on Craigslist and Backpage, classified advertising websites that was taken down by federal authorities. 2018. According to the police, Miss Costello was last seen leaving home on foot. And this is the one we've talked about, guys, without her cell phone. How the hell was that managed? So we know that he offered her something like $1,500. Now, would you do that if a guy said, leave your phone, I'll give you this much more? Oh, what have I got in here? A little tiny. It's a little plant noceum. So yeah, she did end up going without her phone, and she was never reported missing. She was found December 13th, 2010 on the north side of Ocean Parkway, again near Gilgo Beach, according to the police. Maureen Brainerd Barnes. So she was last heard from on July 9th, 2007. She was found December 2010 on Ocean Parkway. Maureen Brainerd Barnes was 25 years old and lived in Norwich, Connecticut. When she disappeared, Miss Brainerd Barnes was reported missing by a friend to the Norwich Police Department on July 14th, 2007, about 9 days after the police believe she took an Amtrak train to Manhattan. Miss Brainerd Barnes worked as an escort and advertised on Craigslist, Backpage, and other advertising websites, according to the police, and had likely traveled to Manhattan for work. She was last heard from on July 9th, 2007, when she told a friend that she was leaving her motel to meet someone for an out call, she said. So she was found on December 13th, 2010 on the north side of Ocean Parkway near Gilgo Beach. She is believed to have been the first victim, according to the police. Megan Waterman, last seen June 6, 2010, found December 13th, 2010 She was 22 years old and lived in Scarborough, Maine. When she went missing, Miss Waterman had worked and advertised on Craigslist and Backpage. According to police, she was seen on June 6, 2010 in Maine. The police said relatives saw her boarding a New York-bound Concord Trailways bus. Miss Waterman was staying out at Holiday Inn Express on Long Island and left that location at 1:30 a.m. to meet a client. The police said she was reported missing to the Scarborough police 2 days later by family members who said it was unlike her not to call and check on her then, oh how sad, 3-year-old daughter. Miss Waterman's remains were found on December 13th, 2010 on the north side of Ocean Parkway near Gilgo Beach. Oh, the lives and the destruction, right? It's like, what? Oh, me too. Isn't that just like everything that happened and then her mom too? It's like, no, no, no. Yeah, right, Dandy? She's already up to over half her goal. It's wonderful to see people are empathetic in their situation or to their situation. 100%. I mean, my heart breaks for this family. Wow. Well, hello, Shauna. Good to see you. Sorry I had to cancel on you guys yesterday. I hate it when I have to do that. But I've made the mistake of trying to do it when I'm sick, and I'm like, I can't do it. I've stopped twice in the middle of streams. I think James seen that once or twice. It's like, gotta go. So yeah, I do too. I mean, I really hope that they do find some kind of resolution. I don't know if that weird Hackett is involved in any way, shape, or form, because where her clothes were located and where she was found, I mean, it was just like angled from his place. Yeah, and thank you for that, James. Thank you so much. I'm a little stubborn. Go figure. Suspect in Gilgo Beach led a life of chaos and control. Wow, really? Really? Do you know what? I was on a deep dive yesterday on Taylor Shabusiness. Whoa. I've pretty much got everything down that I want to do. And I'm going to try and do another one of those same type of videos I did for that live. Smaller, but the same kind of style, and talk about her case a little bit as carefully as I can, because every second word when it comes to Taylor Shabusiness is like, eh. Whoa. So yeah, keep your eye open for that. It's been interesting. Rex Heuerman was painstakingly in his Manhattan professional pursuits. At home in Massapequa Park, he left neighbors discomforted. Yeah, like, you know, Mexi and I were talking about that. Like, it's almost like he was two totally different people. So at his office near the Empire State Building, Rex Heuerman was a master of the meticulous, a veteran architectural consultant, and a self-styled expert at navigating the intricacies of New York's building codes. He impressed some clients and drove some others crazy with his fine-toothed directives. Can you imagine? At home in Massapequa Park on Long Island, while some neighbors saw Mr. Heuerman as just another commuter in a suit, others found him a figure of menace. He glowered at the neighbors. Did he use that face? While swinging an axe in the front yard of a slow-slung, dilapidated house that parents cautioned their children to avoid on Halloween. He was kicked out of Whole Foods for stealing fruit. Oh my God, right, Dandy? I tell you what, yeah, like I said, I've been all up in her business the last couple of days. It's like, are you kidding me? I watched her interviews a few times. I'm actually going to see if I can find the transcripts because I want to go through that. Like, not necessarily the graphic stuff, but some stuff when she's talking, she kind of fades out. And I kind of want to see if I can make out. Oh, Taylor Schabusiness is a woman who did some really bad drugs and ended up kind of hooking up with an ex-boyfriend, but who has been a friend for years. And they decided that they were going to get into some type of like bandage, but not situation. And they ended up playing with dog collars. Well, she was first. He didn't get a second chance. He didn't get his first chance. Oh, she liked him. Yeah. Yes, she did. So I'm working on that. I'm going to do it the same style as I did the members live. I'm just going to put it out as a video. But let's get back to Rex. I mean, this guy, he got thrown out of Whole Foods for stealing fruit. We would cross the street when Nicholas Furchaw, 24, who was a neighbor. He was somebody you don't want to approach. Not with that face, like with that dirt face. I wouldn't even have thought about it. But with those eyes, no. On Friday, Suffolk County prosecutors said that residents of Massapequa Park had a Cheerio, so this was a different Friday, living in their midst. They accused Mr. Heuerman, 59, of leaving a quarter-mile trail of young women's on South Shore, Long Island, in what came to be known as the Gilgo Beach 4. Yet he was also so careful in covering his tracks. They said it took them nearly 15 years to arrest them. I think there's maybe some other stuff, possibly, allegedly, maybe, going on in the background all those years. Friends and clients of the real estate business were flabbergasted. And the neighbors, Mr. Furnshaw said, I wasn't surprised at all because of all the creepiness. Turned into a creepy dude. I'm not going to go through all of this right now. We know all of it. If convicted of these crimes, Mr. Heuerman would join the ranks of Cheerios who led double lives. The other one, quite mundane, John Wayne Gacy, construction worker in Illinois. Richard Cottingham, the graphic, was a computer operator for a New Jersey insurance company. Unreal. I mean, yeah, John Wasey was like the clown. Sure looks different in a suit, doesn't he? He comes across as a recognizable character. The crappy, street smart no yoka who I got a guy. When a job that should have been routine suddenly becomes not routine, he tells the interview Antoinette Amira, I get the phone call. According to his resume and the website, that website is actually decent looking. And you see that one interview, which I'm not ever showing again because I think that was from A&E, although it doesn't say it. I'm not going to play that again. Steve Kramberg, a property manager in Brooklyn who worked with Mr. Heuerman for about 30 years, called him a gem to deal with, highly knowledgeable. Mr. Heuerman was a big, goofy guy and a little bit on the nerdy side, worked long hours, available day and night. But he also was also devoted to his wife, who Mr. Kramberg said had health problems, and to his elderly mother. She got health problems. Again, a man he went to school with him said he was bullied as a teenager, but sometimes fought back. He married an executive at an office supply company, and he has a daughter who works for his firm. I want to know if she works at home. Mr. Fernshaw recounted several run-ins with his neighbor, none pleasant. Can you imagine getting into an argument with him? Oh, he said hello. He said all he did was say hello. And he responded by continuing to chop wood and then give those steely eyes that he has. Everybody in the neighborhood, Mike Schmidt, who lived in the neighborhood for 10 years, and as a friend who lives behind Mr. Heuerman, some called Mr. Schmidt, sometimes called Mr. Schmidt. Sometimes Mr. Schmidt would visit his buddy, have a few beers in the backyard, look out at the saggy Heuerman house and say, he probably has bodies back there. Yeah, and last Halloween, Mr. Schmidt and his friend resolved to take their kids trick-or-treating at Mr. Heuerman's house just to get a look inside. And they were surprised when he answered himself. Gave each child a small piece of pumpkin overflowing with candy. When Mr. Schmidt's wife learned where the candy came from, she told him to throw that shite out. So there's a lot of people that say he was a great guy, and there's a lot of them that are going like, But one man's arrogant demands were another guy's eye for detail. He was very good at shepherding things through. Busy work schedule, even as the victims were vanishing. Yeah. What a peach. No yoka. I got a guy. My Sharona. My Shona. Oh, he really does, Shauna. Like, they're creepy. They're just creepy to look at. AF. Just absolutely brutal. Let's see what they have to say here. So fruitful, what does that mean? Ooh, they're charging them if they get caught using their cell phones. Says that the way his basement was set up shows that he's a paranoid, yeah, who craves control, a criminal profiler has said. You see, that guy's walking down the street. Doot, 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 doot. Oh, you don't know, do you? There you go. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. See, I'm all in a room by myself. I don't realize, you guys. You know, you just kind of go the other direction for a second. Okay, Rex, you little destroyer of life. Demon spawn. Demon sprog. So they're saying an abundance of evidence. So I was thinking maybe we might find a little bit more. And his internet search history. Oh my God. So I do have the paperwork. It is 32-page filing. So I haven't gone through it with you guys yet. It is a lot of information in those pages. A slew of strange and disturbing internet searches and records from burner phones that were used to harass he kept the phones. Like, what is it with these guys? Like, this guy's walking around thinking he's the ish, and like he's dumb as nails. All by myself. Yeah, and became not having furniture. We got one that's a hoarder. Well, two different type of activities, I guess, but I have to say one of the few, I mean, we just looked at Aileen Wuornos. So one of the other few women that I believe is truly, truly psychotic is Taylor Schabusiness. Abso-freaking-lutely. Like, if ever there's a psycho, there was one sitting there in court. Yeah, that's a good question. That is a really good question. Sean is talking about Brian Koberger. So, did he never have furniture, or did he take them out? I'm going to assume he did not have any furniture because he lost his job just before, and they didn't make any trips, and there was nothing like that in the storage locker. So my guess is, nah. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, it just blows me away. Everything that these people are capable of truly blows my mind. Yeah, exactly. Somebody would have like, oh, I saw him moving out furniture. Absolutely. Yeah, not even a deck chair. Hasn't been a lot new stuff coming out on him. That's why I haven't talked about him in a few days. So, oh yes. So, looking for updates about the case, looking for images of the victims and their families, seeking out violent and graphic online material. Okay, Jazzy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So, among the searches listed in the documents are. Oh, we went through those. These are all of what he was looking for. Why would law enforcement not trace the calls made by the Long Island serial killer? Why hasn't the Long Island Cheerio been caught? Cops launch Gilgo Beach investigation task force. Yeah, and the images that he was looking for were beyond disturbing. All sorts of SA kids, just, oh, barf. 12 days going through that house. Walk-in vault. Did anybody else hear that there possibly was a mattress in there? I don't know if that's just rumors. I haven't seen it again, but that would be creepy AF. Yeah, a sadist, as far as I'm concerned, who created a profile on the Long Island Cheerio when the 4 victims were first found. And that's John Kelly, and he is a veteran criminal profiler. They focused on a guy who was very obsessive, compulsive, fastidious, and we were also fixated on the way he did these acts and how he hid these acts. It seems to us that the culprit had a bondage fetish. Yeah, BTK said that Rex Heuerman is like his twin, and that's scary. So if that's the case, how many more are out there? Like, really? So this is interesting. They are saying that he was hoarding some things inside that house. And it had something to do with an obsessive personality, possibly, and a degree of paranoia. This guy to me is very obsessive and compulsive and certainly fits the Cheerio mold. However, he doesn't believe the paranoia element suggested that Heuerman was aware the police were closing in on him. Yeah, they said he seemed extremely shocked. Oh, that doll. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's very true. It's very essential when you're first in a place. Didn't even have a bed, but I had a towel and a curtain. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a shower without a curtain. it's a it's a pool for your bathroom. Oh, I imagine, eh? Yeah. All 6'4" of BK hanging out in the bathtub like he's in a toddler pool. Oh, BK. Yeah. 6 foot something. Not as big as, he's not quite 6'4", is he? But BK Yeah, I think you're right about. I was getting so confused. My mind, it was getting so confused on that for a minute. So yeah, that doll shrine, I don't know. Yeah, that is really, really disturbing to me. I can't imagine. I'd be creeped out if a woman had it, let alone like a 6'4", 280-pound, 59-year-old man. Yeah, and Brian Kohlberger would. He'd totally hang out of a tub like he's a toddler. That's hilarious. Yeah, didn't seem like a bath boy. Or, yeah. So, let's see here. It also says that it's about power and control as well. Those guns, he said, would give him more an elevated sense of power and control. So they are saying, or John Kelly has said that there's no doubt in his mind, if he has this obsessive personality, that he believes from discussions with other Cheerios that he would want trophies or a visual clue to relive that fantasy. I've had Cheerios in person telling me they can put me away, but they can't take away my thoughts. I'll always have my thoughts, even though I'm in prison for the rest of my life. That's sick. But yeah, you always hear about them taking something like this as a shoe, underwear, pictures, jewelry, something. I wonder if his wife's got any new jewelry lately. Well, not lately, I guess, right? Ever gifted her, because he doesn't seem like he gifts her a lot. Quiet and seemingly unremarkable life. He hid in plain sight. Oh, every time, friends, every time I look at this guy's eyes, it's like, oh my God. It makes me feel for those girls how terrifying it would be. They were small girls, and you look up and you see this guy, and it's like, with this face, not with the other face. The other face, you'd think he was coming to help you. This face, oh, he could trick you with that other face. This face here, oh, spooky. Don't like it. I don't want to know what's going through his brain. Okay, so this is John Kelly that this was talking about, a criminal profiler and a member of the STALK Incorporated profiling team. So yeah, you landed on radar of the investigators last year, just weeks after the Suffolk County Sheriff's Office launched a new task force. Went cold for 13, well, it would have been 12, I guess, at the time. Went cold for 12 years, and within weeks, they had this guy pinned. Yeah, the hair, Ace's hair, his hair, all those calls on the burner phones that were being tracked, victim to Buddy's burner, back to Massapequa, all of them. His Tinder profiles under fake names, burner phones. One victim's sisters, yeah, that's right, we talked about this, were traced right to the office and right to the home. Evil chameleon, he called him. Sorry, guys. An evil chameleon complex, because they are chameleons. They come across like they have it all together. They're charming. Certainly, rarely friends and family will think that their Cheerios are even capable of that. I have a feeling he wasn't very nice to his family behind closed doors. I could be wrong. If not physical, verbal, right? We know that he had a lot of unpaid taxes. His business isn't doing so well. But he had all of those weapons. That's a lot of money, yeah. He has the property in Vegas, the properties in South Carolina. He doesn't care what society thinks about him, and that's a social personality disorder that pretty much all these guys have. They don't care what you think. With narcissism as well. All that's important is what they want and what's going to make them feel good or give them, an adrenaline rush. That's all they care about. I was looking at this picture. I didn't notice Rex back here kind of watching what his woman's doing. Did you guys notice that in that picture? Right in the back. Like creepy like. Shouldn't he be like talking to the boys, not worrying about what his wife's doing? Or is he just a little paranoid? Different looking guy than that. Rest in peace, Maureen Brainerd Barnes, Melissa Bartholomew, Megan Waterman, Amberlynn Costello, and Shannon Gilbert, as well as all of the others that are yet to be solved. What do you guys think? Do you think that there is a possibility that he is responsible for a large portion of them that are on that beach? Yeah, you're exactly right, friend. He could have been caught years ago if Ellie would have helped him. Would have helped by the FBI and all of the surrounding agencies that wanted to help. That cop was just like, no. James Burke, bad. Yeah, they would have followed up on the track. Absolutely. Yeah. If the profiler was any good, he'd have been caught years ago, Captain Hindsight. Yeah, lurking. Yeah, Jimmy Burke and his bag of tricks. Well said. Well said. Oh my goodness. So friends, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm doing yard work. I'm working on that tailored business. I got to do it, guys. Oh my God. You know, doing that live with you guys, I realized how much I kind of missed doing those videos. So I'll do them for a while here and see how it works out. Kind of switch things up a little bit. So let me know if you guys enjoy them as they start coming out, and we'll just kind of figure out which way is best. Get as much information out in a not a boring way. Hopefully this isn't too boring. But you know, in a different way. In a different way. So, guys, thanks again. I appreciate you very, very much. And I'll see you tomorrow, possibly later tonight. Bye, friends.